arithmetic sequence, study of arithmetic sequence. Okay, first of all, we need to memorize two formula. Here, one definition, sigma k. I just say that simply sigma k, and then full explanation of this one is sum of k as a value of k goes from 1 through n, and then the expression is here, value of k change from 1 through n consecutively. So if you expand this one, it will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 all the way up to n. Okay. And then this formula you can use n times n plus 1 divided by 2 to get sum of these long values. Okay, the sigma notation. You read this one, sum of k as value of k goes from 1 through n, and the actual expression is 1 plus 2 plus 3, because the value of k replaced by 1 through n consecutively. And then formula for sum is n times n plus 1 divided by 2. And then nth term you get by first value plus n minus 1 times d. If you look at over here, increase it by 1, increase it by 1, increase it by 1. But to get the other one, how many times increase? Here and here, 2 times. To get fifth term, increase by 1, 2, 3, 4 times only. That's why we have n minus 1. Okay? That's why we have n minus 1. So you need to memorize these two formula. Okay, let's see another example here. 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 all the way up to 901. If you look at over here, each time increases by 3, from 4 to 7, 3, from 7 to 10, 3, each time increases by 3, which means 3 times 1 minus 2 will be general term. Okay? After we look at that, you can see. On the left side, we write 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 vertically here. And right side, using this format, we rewrite. 3 times 1 minus 2 will be 1. First one. Second one is 4. 3 times 2 minus 2, come out 4. So when we have that, we write down general term. Nth term is first value plus n minus 1 times 3. Just before we saw the formula, right? Nth term will be first value plus n minus 1 times 3. Using this one, okay, simplify this. Turns out 1 plus 3n minus 3, which is 3n minus 2. That's why we use this one here. Okay, 3 times value of n from 1 all the way up to the 10. So if you rewrite this one here again, you can see how do you get 901, the last value 901. 3 times 301 minus 2 make 901, which means this was the first term, this was the second term, this was the third term, which is 301. Okay? There are 301 terms. So we have here 3n minus 2, which is nth term. Okay? This one is nth term. Okay, so left side, just before we saw 1 plus 4 plus 7 all the way up to 901, and the other side we have 3 times. Okay, actually we combine together left side equation, then 3 times 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way down up to 301 minus 2 times 301. How many minus 2 we have? Every single time we had minus 2, minus 2, right? Okay. You see here one more time. 3 times 1 minus 2, 3 times 2 minus 2, minus 2 minus 2 minus 2. How many times? 301 times. Okay? So we write in one equation 3 times 1 plus 2 plus all the way up 301 minus 2 times 301. So this one you can see, this one is just simply sigma notation as we saw just before here, right? And then what was the formula for getting sum? It was n times n plus 1. Because n is 301, we have a 301 plus 1 will be 302 divided by 2. And then we just replace this one by calculation formula. And then you just calculate. Okay? You just calculate. So we have here 2 times n per 1 divided by 2 minus n. So this one is n squared. Okay, we try to get sum. After we get the general term or nth term, we just put sigma notation, then we will get sum. Okay, just another example, right? When we have 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, nth term given, because it increases by 2 each time, 2n minus 1, you get that's what is nth term. First value is 1 and then minus 1 times 2. Okay? This one is the starting, and then you simplify and we get 2n minus 1. Now, once we have an nth term, you just put sigma notation here, and using distribution property, you multiply out, and then when you have a sigma k, you just replace by calculation formula. Just calculation formula, and this one turns out n squared, which means what? Sum over n terms. Okay, let's see if it's true or not. Sum over first value is 1, 1 squared is 1, obviously same, right? And the sum of 2 terms, 1 and 3 make 4, means if n equals 2, sum of 2 terms, 2 squared will be 4. What about 3? If we have n equals 3, 3 squared will be 9. Means what? Sum of 3 numbers. 1 plus 3 plus 5 make 9. Right? Once we have those expressions, you just replace value by n, whatever in question they ask. Then you can get sum. What will be sum of 64 terms of this sequence then? 2 plus 7 plus 12 plus 17 all the way up 64 numbers. Can you see here? Increased by what? Increased by 5, right? So you can get answer term by 2 plus n minus 1 times 5. Okay, using that, you practice this as homework. Okay. Okay, we simply studied the 2 basic stuffs. Answer term we get by first value plus n minus 1 times a common difference. Now, some of them will be when you have a natural number, sum of k as value of k goes from 1 through n. The formula was n times 1 plus n divided by 2. And what was the actual meaning of that? It was what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus all the way up to n. Okay? Today, you simply memorize these two basic formula. Okay? If you need more practice, then you go to my website www.A.durkkim. Okay, I have a double K here. Don't forget .com, and then you choose a practice test, and then you choose algebra 2. From long list, way bottom, you can see series.pdf. Okay, you open it. You have a bunch of practice problems. You can start that. And the next time I will study a little more complicated series. Okay? Okay, let's see. Thank you for your watching my video. Thank you.